We are back Salt Lake City at the Sports Mall. My name is Dave Vincent as we are getting ready for Luis Moreno and Tom Sheridan for this men's round of 16 match. Earlier it was Paul Brady making headlines as he scratched against Mike Schneider. Mike Schneider will advance to the round of 8, and Paul Brady now out of the tournament as he has a quadricep tear on his right leg. He said he injured it last week in that big All-Ireland championship, but said that he felt that he can work through it here in Salt Lake with some good physio, but that just did not culminate. And now Brady is going to be on the sidelines watching as Tom Sheridan will be going up against Luis Moreno here as the referee's making the announcement.
1 minutes and a 30-second timeout.
Referee just getting everything started here. That's sort of how we do it. That's the theme here
3 to 15.
in Salt Lake City, where we kind of work out the kinks. We get early, we flip on, give you some bonus coverage while we're setting up some additional cameras, and then start showing you replays and graphics. And then it gets a little bit more intense when we have color commentators and sideline reporters. And there's the announcement for the 0-0. Tom Sheridan
Short.
Over the line, but referee saw that short. Second serve.
Point.
Tom Sheridan playing right into that glass,
One serve,
making sure that the natural
one serve, 0.
can't see it. 3 different serves from Sheridan, resulting in 2 points for the 46-year-old.
2 serve, 0. Short.
That ball looked like it was really close to being a point. Thought Tom would appeal it, doesn't.
Second serve.
Huge overhit from Luis Moreno, and Tom Sheridan does not put it away. Nice shot there. Nice little left-handed punch fist from Sheridan. Gets another point. Best 2 out of 3 to 15. Tiebreaker also 15. Win by 2. This is the men's round of 8, Salt Lake City.
3 serve, 0. Start out. Zero serves 3. Short. Second serve. Replay.
A little bit of contact there. Referee Lauren Collado from the Bay Area calls a quick replay. Luis Moreno steps into the box again. 0-3. Oh, look at that wide kill. Doesn't get it, though, and it pops up. Sheridan puts it back into the corner for a side out.
Three zero.
Oh, that ball slid the left wall. Amazing serve. Best serve we've seen at the tournament. That even fooled us a little bit.
4-0.
Ball was short. No call from the referee. Very late call there.
Second serve.
46 years old, and Tom Sheridan finally qualifies on the tour, and that ball sounded like it just snapped in half. Tom hit it so hard. Tom thinks it is broken.
Did it hit him?
Very well could be.
A broken ball?
I mean, that ball snapped when Sheridan served that. Let's look at this super slow-mo replay. That's that serve that was sliding the wall. It fooled Luis 3 times. That slow-mo replay brought to you by RNA CPAs. As they warm up a new ball here. These guys are really cranking into it.
a little better.
Luis Moreno is one of the hardest hitters in the game, but so far it's been all Tom Sheridan stepping into this ball. As I was trying to say earlier, 46 years old, we've all known that Tom Sheridan was a great handball player. He's won so many titles in Ireland and around the world, but he hasn't qualified on the Pro Tour in America. And we're talking old Pro Tour days with USHA, nor with the WPH. And here he comes in and qualifies in his first ever WPH tournament at the age of 46. 4-0.
Short. Second serve.
Wow, there's a nice little feather right-handed kill from Luis Moreno, Tucson, Arizona.
0 serve score. Point.
And there's the first point for Luis Moreno, our number 2
1-4.
seed on the race for 8.
Short.
This is the Players' Championship, brought to you by E Ft Handball.
Second serve. Replay.
Oh, that's tough. I know Luis wanted that, but
1-4. Short ball.
that might be appealed.
Do we have line judges? We don't have line judges. It's a short ball. Line judges? Anybody want line judge?
Take a look at the replay brought to you by
Anybody?
Tucson Rolling Shutters.
You got one right here. Short. Is it good? Okay. So this is a short ball.
Referee overturned his own call.
Second serve.
Sort of like a sideline judge by committee here.
Point. 2 serves 4. Short ball. Second serve. Side out.
Luis Moreno double faulting here. It's been all Sheridan. Luis breaks the momentum and then double faults.
4-2. Short. Second serve. Side out.
Moreno just hits that ball as hard as he could right at
2
Sheridan.
serves 4. Short. Second serve.
Sheridan from County Meath in Ireland.
Point.
Now Luis Moreno is
3 serves 4.
starting to put together a little streak here.
Second serve. Point. Four serves 4.
Sports Mall, 4,327 feet above sea level, according to their website.
Side out.
And the players are feeling it. Just a little lack of oxygen up here. One of these extended rallies, and you don't feel like playing much handball anymore.
4 serves 4.
We're all together at 4, one game here to 15, win by 2. In fact, it's going to be best 2 out of 3 to 15.
Side out.
Sheridan's used to playing
4 serves 4.
best 2 out of 3 to 21. with the format that he does back home. The ball sounded like it snapped in half. You're going to see a lot of that here. This elevation really does play a trick
Second serve.
on the ball's breaking.
Point. Five, 4. Replay.
It's tough.
Sorry.
Yeah, the referee does say sorry because he knows that Moreno had a lot of time to get back there and take
5-4.
that ball off the back wall, but no arguing. 5-4.
Point.
Yeah, Sheridan, Tom Sheridan knows that he made a mistake there. Luis popped that ball off the back wall. Sheridan had an open look and then hit it in the ground. This is where Luis is dangerous. Sheridan steps in, hits it into the corner, gets the side out, 4-6. Once leading 4-0. Sheridan now finds himself down by 2.
Four, serve 6. Start out. The one right there, the last one. The serve, I thought it was good. I thought it was serve good. Did you put in a serve?
Tom Sheridan appealing that serve. Whoa. And it's going to be played over with Sheridan back into the server's box with second serve here. And the referee had no clue what Tom was even talking about in there.
Second serve, second serve. Same thing, right? Point.
Sheridan now at 5-6. Sports Malls, Salt Lake City, Utah. This is the Players' Championship.
5, serve 6.
Players have 6 tournaments to determine who has the most points.
Point.
And whoever does have the most points will get bonus money after this stop is over with. So if you finish in your top 8 of your rankings, whether you're the men or the seniors or the women, you're going to get some cash. And there's another ace serve right there from Tom Sheridan. It's going to be appealed. Right now it's going to be 7-6 unless it's overturned.
Both disagree. Second serve.
Oh, and it's going to be a second serve. That ball looked like it hit right on the crack. Here's a replay, and it was short by Mesh, Clark, and Rothschild giving us that slow-mo. Talk about them a little later on.
Start out. Six, serve 6.
Oh, I like that. Crowd likes it too. And a
timeout.
timeout called from Thomas Sheridan. You're watching the WPH Race for 8 men's round of 8. My name is Dave Vincent. Do appreciate the fact that you tuned into this broadcast here today on a Friday afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. Super slow-mo replay. Sheridan goes around the revolving door, flips it up there with his left hand, calls a quick timeout, brought to you by RNA CPAs. This is Tom Sheridan versus Luis Moreno. Tom earlier today defeated Eric Torres in his quarterfinal match. I should say his qualifier final match. And then
30 seconds.
Luis Moreno came in at the number 2 seed, so they faced each other here. And now you're going to see the result winner going to the quarterfinals.
I don't even know how to use a timer on this thing.
If you just tuned in, Paul Brady scratching from the tournament after about 12 total points played in that first game of his against Mike Schneider. Paul Brady was leading 9-4, 8-4, something like that when he called that injury timeout. And that means Paul Brady's out of the tournament now. Mike Schneider takes over that number 1 seed, so to speak.
Second serve. Start out.
Moreno takes a little bit off of that ball to the right corner. If you are watching from Ireland and you don't see a lot of Luis Moreno, just blur your eyes and think of Robbie McCarthy. Very similar, just that ball was good, and it's an ace, too. Let's see what the referee does here when he's overturned. Oh, wow. Both line judges agreed. That ball looked like it was over by about 3 inches. But Moreno and McCarthy strikingly similar. Robbie not making the tournament this year. Here's a replay of that serve that I thought was over the line, but this slow motion camera will show us. It was short.
Point.
And there's another point for Moreno. That slow-mo brought to you by Tucson Rolling Shutters.
Short ball. Second serve. Start out.
First encounter for Sheridan and Moreno on the same court since 2010's four-wall national championships in Austin, Texas in the pro doubles. That's the year that Duxie and Sheridan won that national championship. Luis Moreno and Sean Lemming were a team back then. They got beat by the old guys.
7-6.
And this is a fairly slow one to this point. Sheridan looked like he got all bundled up there, and that's the look that you'll see when an opponent plays Luis Moreno. He has such a huge hop on that ball in the rally and on the serve. Oh, that's an avoidable. No call, doesn't matter though. And a point being called to Luis Moreno. Now at 8-6. As you recall, last year Paul Brady loses against Armando Ortiz in that opening round, and he was out of the tournament. And this year he loses in the opening round to Mike Schneider. So Paul Brady's out of the tournament if you just tuned in, and the locals, multiple locals come up and said, what is it about Salt Lake City that does this to Paul Brady? Wow, that's crazy. Left-handed kill, left corner. Moreno now with another point.
10-6. Point.
No appeal from
11-6.
Sheridan. Looks over at the sideline judge, who immediately tells him it was good, so Tom doesn't appeal, and there's another point. And I thought I'd see a timeout from Sheridan here. 11-6. Maybe 12.
12-6.
And it is. 12-6. Thank you, Chris.
Short ball. Point.
13-6 now. Moreno tacks on another point. Men's round of 16.
Point. Game point, serve 6. Start out. 6 serves, 14.
Now Sheridan had some success with that serve early.
That's 2 bounces. Oh, 2 bounces. All right. Side out. Game point, serve 6. Short. Second serve.
There it is. Luis Moreno takes game number 1, and we are going to take a break. 3-minute break, in fact. We'll have game number 2 coming up right around the corner of this men's round of 16 match. It is the Players' Championship, brought to you by Aces and the World Players of Handball in Salt Lake City, Utah. We'll be back for game number 2 after this replay. Stick with us.
Edel is the full brand. We make everything. We're a brand. We represent handball athletes. We represent the sport of handball in our attitude, in our imagery, in what we say and how we communicate. This is what I love about handball. It's hyper athletic. It's combative. You know, it's just one man versus another, and their body and their mind versus another body and mind. It's the battle. I mean, I love the battle. To play handball, you have to have a ton of heart. You know, you have to have a will to win, extraordinary athleticism. So that's why I love the game. One of the things that really sets us apart is our desire, number one, to grow the sport of handball and attract new players to the sport. We believe that with the right brand, partnered with the right pros, these guys are incredible athletes, and their team Edel, and together we're promoting the sport of handball. Our number one mission is to grow the sport. Our number two mission, but is just as important, is to make premium handball equipment that improves the performance of handball athletes. The WPH is putting handball on the map on an international and national level, showcasing the pros the way that we want to showcase the pros. When people see pro handball athletes in action, they're going to want to play this sport.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green all-purpose cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
Since 1979, Tucson Rolling Shutters has manufactured energy-saving products to fit your lifestyle. Our rolling shutters are the ultimate in energy savings, security, and comfort. Our exterior solution screens reduce energy costs by protecting your home from the sun's harmful heat and glare. We ship our products to authorized dealers all across North America. For a dealer near you or to become a dealer, see our website, TucsonRollingShutters.com.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you feel the sun?
In mining, this is the office. And whether your commute starts here or here, the challenges are everywhere. Scarcer high-grade ores, volatile commodity prices, tighter profit margins, and making sense of all that data. Your industry may be complex. Your industry may be unpredictable. But it's our industry too. It always has been. And we're right here with you. Welcome to MineQuest.
Welcome to MindQuest. Bienvenidos a MindQuest.
Here's where we collaborate. Here's where we innovate. Here's where we listen to you. Smart people shaping smart change. Connecting products. Connecting people. For safer, more productive minds. One vision, one solution. For the life of your mind. Welcome to MindQuest.
In Salt Lake City, Utah for game number 2. It was Luis Moreno taking the first one 15-6 against Thomas Sheridan from County Meath in Ireland.
All right, guys. Zoom play.
Now we're back in with Moreno
Game
serving
0
here.
serve 0.
After jumping out to a 4-0 lead there in the first game, Tom Sheridan only scored 2 points after that. Thought the ball was short, no call. Probably see an appeal from one of these guys. That's an overhit. Sheridan is dangerous from that spot. Doesn't hit it as low as he wanted. Moreno back into the defensive mode.
Point.
And there's a point. No appeal from Tom.
1-0.
Oh, that's a nice shot right there from Thomas Sheridan to the right corner. Flat roll, mouse out the right side. Now he's back into the box.
0 serves 1. Short. Second serve. Start out.
That's why that serve's so important. Tom overhits it, and Moreno didn't even have to
1-0.
put any energy into that return for a quick side out.
Point.
Score here is 1-7.
2 serve 0.
We're at 2-0 here in game number 2.
Short. Second serve. Side out.
Beautiful shot. Sheridan might not be winning the match, but he's
0-2.
made the best shot so far in the match.
Side out.
Another side out.
2-0. Point. 3-0. Point. Nice shot.
That's why they call Luis the natural.
4-0.
This has such a cool, easy, natural stroke. Makes it look so easy. Just effortless. That one's going to be played over.
Check ball. 4-0. Point. 5-0. Saw a crack. Point.
There's another point now, 6-0 here for Moreno.
6 serve 0.
This is game number 2. Moreno wins the first one,
Point.
15-6. Game number 2 here, very quickly underway. It only took Luis about 4 minutes to get to this point.
Second serve.
Now we're at second serve.
Point. 7-0. Point. Eight serve 0. Short. Second serve. Point.
Now Moreno's
And
putting on a show here.
First
And there's a
timeout.
timeout called from Thomas Sheridan. And this one isn't because he's tired. This one's just to get a little bit more TV time because Luis Moreno is putting on a show here in game number 2. 9-0 going to 15. And there really is nothing worse than making your debut and scoring 0. Although talking to the guys, they'll tell you that, hey, this could happen. I mean, 0 is not as hard as it may seem. This slow-mo replay brought to you by R&A CPAs. Tom tries to get back there, almost gets a hand on it, dies before going to the back wall, and that is another point for Moreno.
Zoom play. 9 serve 0. Point.
That ball slices over the line. It's a point, 10-0.
10 serve 0. Short. Second serve.
Luis gets jammed on that ball off the back wall. It looked like he lost it in the back glass. And he adjusts at the last second, takes a little bit
11-0.
off, goes over the top, gets another point now at 11-0. Just over the line with a reverse. Ball doesn't make it to the front wall, now 12-0 here in game number 2. Tom Sheridan trying to just get back
12-0.
into the server's box so he can make an impression here. Now at 13-0. And this 46-year-old Sheridan is still going to play in the men's 40-plus Pro Tour. So he has another match tonight, and still qualifying in this tournament means that he is going to play some playoffs if he loses this, which it looks like the writing's on the wall here. So he's going to get more handball in one weekend than he probably had in this last month combined. Probably assured at least 6 more matches.
14 match point serve 0.
And here it is, 14-0. Moreno trying to put a 0 here on Tom Sheridan. That ball should slide, doesn't do it. Sheridan goes to the corner
Slide
and
out.
fools Moreno. That ball does not come out of the glass the way that Moreno thought it would. Look at this slow-mo, excuse me, just regular replay here. Sheridan
0
clips
serve
that
14.
corner, flips out to the right.
Short. Second serve.
Now, Sheridan had success with that Z serve early. It looks like he's going to go to, nope, back to the success. Overhit from Moreno. He got exactly what he wanted.
Side out.
Said to Sheridan, you know, how do you feel playing Luis Moreno? And he said, nah, it's okay, but
14
no matter what
match
happens,
point
I
serving 0.
like to play him in the big alley.
Side out.
And Moreno skips that ball in, gives Tom another chance to get off the schneid here.
0-14. Short ball.
Sheridan goes for that crack serve, misses it back to probably a lob here. into that side wall. There it is. Tom Sheridan gets that point. That's what he wanted.
One serving 14. Short. Second serve.
If you just tuned in, it was Paul Brady scratching from the tournament.
Point.
So that means Paul Brady is out of the men's pro draw. And how will that change things here on the Race for 8 Tour? We just really don't know. We have to see how this weekend fares. But Paul Brady is no longer in the event, and he will not be playing playoffs, so we won't see him anymore, as he pulled a right quad muscle, an injury that came back. And actually, it just never gone away. So he's out. Mike Schneider advances in his position.
Point.
And another point for Tom Sheridan. Now 3 in a row
Second timeout.
for Sheridan. Scores another asks for another timeout. He gets 2 timeouts going to 60 seconds. Third timeout to 30 seconds. In between games, only 3 minutes. Thought Tom was going to stay on the court for that, but decides to come out. Elevation is certainly getting to these players, and you know it is. Tom said he felt it just driving from the airport as we look at this slow-mo replay. Look at that. Fish shot into the corner. Moreno can't get it. Tom turns around and just looks at the referee, calls a timeout. People always ask me, how good are the players coming from Ireland? You say, well, Tom Sheridan's never qualified on the Pro Tour, travels over here for the biggest stop of the year, age 46, qualifies. Now he's leading 4-0 against the number 2 player on tour, Luis Moreno. That's how good they are. First time he's ever played in a WPH event, and Tom Sheridan is instantly leading the pack, as they say.
Start out. Match point, serves 3.
And this is it, match point. Luis overhits that, Sheridan back into the box.
Start out. Three serve 14. Point.
There's a point for Sheridan. Coming up next, it'll be Emmett Peixote, number 3 seed, going up against number 6.
Second serve.
I think I said that wrong. Number 14 seed, Anthony Celesto. And there's a double fault from Sheridan, and the Irish contingent here sitting courtside just laughing at that strange overhit from
14,
Tom Sheridan.
match point, serves 4.
This should be a big back wall setup for Moreno. Goes with the power instead of the low precision shot. Look at that ball hop away. Sheridan's going to reach out, shake Moreno's hand, and now watch himself enter into the playoffs, as he will be the bottom seed of the 9th through 12th place. That slow motion replay brought to you by RNA CPAs. Luis Moreno wins into 15-6, 15-3, excuse me, 15-4, and he will advance now into the quarterfinals. Up next, it's going to be Emmett Peixote and Anthony Celesto in about 10 minutes. I want you to stay close. We'll have more handball action here at race48.com as we'll be back for the Players Championship in about 10 minutes. Stay here.
This broadcast of the Players Championship is brought to you by R&A CPAs, accounting, audit, domestic and international tax services, by the Sports Mall, by Dewey's Bail Bonds, and by E Ft Lowell Handball. Get the new machine washable Pro Glove at www.edlhandball.com.